Hello, future biologists. Welcome to our exciting journey into the world of biology, specifically tailored for your ICSE Class 9 syllabus. Today, we are diving deep into the Five Kingdom Classification chapter, focusing on a truly life-saving topic, antibiotics. Get ready to explore how these incredible medicines work, where they come from, and why understanding them is more important than ever. We'll start with the basics and gradually build up to competitive level insights. Let's begin. Ready to discover how tiny medicines wage war against microscopic invaders? Let's unravel the secrets of antibiotics at an easy level. So, what exactly are antibiotics? Simply put, they are powerful medicines designed to fight infections caused by bacteria. Think of them as your body's specialized defenders. They work by either killing these harmful bacteria directly or by stopping them from growing and multiplying, giving your immune system a chance to catch up. It's super important to remember, though, that antibiotics are only effective against bacterial infections, not against viruses like the common cold or flu. Using them for viruses won't help and can even be harmful. Now, where do these amazing medicines come from? Interestingly, many antibiotics are naturally produced by other tiny living organisms. For instance, some types of fungi, like the Penicillium mold, and even certain bacteria, create these compounds to fight off their own competitors in nature. Penicillin, one of the very first antibiotics ever discovered, was actually isolated from this Penicillium mold. They are incredibly important because before antibiotics, simple bacterial infections could be deadly. They've saved millions of lives, allowing us to treat diseases that were once fatal. Alright, time to test your understanding. Here are 3 quick questions to help solidify what we've learned at the easy level. Take a moment to think about them. First, what is the main function of an antibiotic? Second, can you name one common natural source of antibiotics? And third, can antibiotics be used to cure a common cold? Explain your answer. Think carefully about the key differences we discussed. Ready to dive a bit deeper? Let's explore the fascinating history and clever ways antibiotics work, moving into a medium level of understanding. Our journey into antibiotics truly began with a happy accident. In 1928, a Scottish scientist named Alexander Fleming noticed something peculiar in his lab. A mold, which he later identified as Penicillium notatum had contaminated a petri dish of Staphylococcus bacteria, and around the mold, the bacteria weren't growing. This accidental observation led to the discovery of penicillin, the first true antibiotic. Later, in the 1940s, Howard Florey and Ernst Chain purified and mass-produced penicillin, turning Fleming's discovery into a life-saving drug that revolutionized medicine and earned them a Nobel Prize. So, how do antibiotics achieve their magic without harming us? It's all about selective toxicity. This means antibiotics are designed to specifically target structures or processes found only in bacterial cells, not in human cells. For example, some antibiotics attack the bacterial cell wall, a feature human cells lack. Others interfere with bacterial protein production, targeting their unique ribosomes. We can also classify antibiotics by how they act. Bactericidal ones directly kill bacteria, like penicillins, while bacteriostatic ones stop bacteria from multiplying, allowing our immune system to finish the job, like tetracyclines. The power of antibiotics is immense, but it comes with a responsibility. Proper use is absolutely crucial. Misusing antibiotics, like taking them for viral infections, not finishing the prescribed course, or sharing them, can lead to a serious problem called antibiotic resistance. This happens when bacteria evolve and become immune to the effects of the antibiotics, making infections incredibly difficult, or even impossible, to treat. It's a global health crisis, emphasizing why we must use these precious medicines wisely and only when necessary. Now, let's challenge your knowledge with 5 questions at the medium level. Think about Fleming's discovery, the concept of selective toxicity, the different types of antibiotics, and why proper use is so important. Take your time to formulate clear and comprehensive answers. This will help you solidify your understanding of these crucial concepts. Alright, it's time to elevate our understanding. Let's delve into the intricate mechanisms and critical challenges surrounding antibiotics at the hard level. At the hard level, we explore the precise molecular strategies antibiotics employ. They exploit key differences between bacterial and human cells. For instance, many antibiotics inhibit cell wall synthesis, targeting the peptidoglycan wall unique to bacteria, causing them to burst. Others interfere with protein synthesis by binding to bacterial ribosomes, which are structurally different from human ribosomes. Yet another group blocks nucleic acid synthesis, disrupting bacterial DNA replication or RNA transcription. And some even inhibit specific metabolic pathways essential for bacteria but not for humans, like folic acid production. This selective targeting is what makes them so effective and relatively safe for us. Antibiotics also vary in their spectrum of activity. Broad-spectrum antibiotics are like a wide net, effective against many types of bacteria, both gram-positive and gram-negative. They're useful when the specific pathogen isn't known, but they can also harm beneficial bacteria in our bodies. In contrast, narrow-spectrum antibiotics are highly targeted, effective against only specific types of bacteria. These are preferred when the exact pathogen is identified, minimizing disruption to our normal microbial flora. Understanding this spectrum helps doctors choose the right treatment for the right infection. Now, let's confront the most pressing issue, antibiotic resistance. This isn't just a buzzword, it's a critical global health crisis. Bacteria, being masters of adaptation, can evolve mechanisms to survive antibiotic treatment. This is a powerful example of natural selection in action. Causes range from overuse in medicine and agriculture to incomplete patient courses. Bacteria develop resistance by producing enzymes that destroy antibiotics, modifying the antibiotic's target site, or actively pumping the drug out. This constant evolutionary battle makes developing new drugs and using existing ones wisely paramount. And remember, within the 5-kingdom classification, bacteria, Monera, are the primary targets, while fungi, and some bacteria are major producers of these life-saving compounds. Excellent work! Now, let's tackle 7 challenging questions designed to deepen your grasp of antibiotic mechanisms, spectrum, resistance, and their biological context. Think critically about how different antibiotics work, the implications of their use, and their connection to the 5-kingdom classification. Good luck! Are you ready to truly master antibiotics? Let's push our understanding to the competitive edge, exploring advanced concepts, engineering insights, and future solutions at the hardest level. The Golden Age of Antibiotics, following Fleming's discovery and Florey and Chain's purification, saw an explosion of new drug discoveries. This era dramatically reduced mortality from infectious diseases, transforming surgery, organ transplantation, and cancer therapy. However, the initial success led to widespread and often inappropriate use, creating intense selective pressure on bacterial populations. This ultimately fueled the rapid evolution of antibiotic resistance, turning what was once a miracle cure into a diminishing resource. The scientific community now faces the urgent challenge of finding new solutions to outsmart evolving pathogens and prevent a return to the pre-antibiotic era. Let's dissect the molecular precision of antibiotics. Beta-lactams, for example, don't just damage the cell wall, they specifically inhibit transpeptidases, known as penicillin-binding proteins, essential for peptidoglycan cross-linking, leading to structural integrity loss. Protein synthesis inhibitors exploit the distinct ribosomal structures. Aminoglycosides bind to the 30S subunit, causing misreading of mRNA, while macrolides bind to the 50S subunit, blocking polypeptide chain elongation. Nucleic acid inhibitors, like fluoroquinolones, target bacterial DNA gyrase, an enzyme critical for DNA supercalling. This detailed understanding of molecular targets is key to designing new drugs and understanding resistance mechanisms, such as efflux pumps that actively expel antibiotics from the bacterial cell. The evolution of antibiotic resistance is a striking example of natural selection and microbial adaptability. Resistance genes can emerge through spontaneous mutations, but their rapid spread is often facilitated by horizontal gene transfer mechanisms like conjugation, where plasmids carrying resistance genes are exchanged between bacteria, transformation, where bacteria pick up naked DNA from their environment, and transduction, where bacteriophages transfer genetic material. This genetic mobility allows resistance to disseminate across diverse bacterial species, creating multidrug-resistant superbugs. Furthermore, bacteria within biofilms exhibit enhanced resistance due to physical barriers, altered metabolic states, and increased opportunities for gene exchange, complicating treatment strategies and emphasizing the interconnectedness of microbial communities within the five-kingdom classification. Combating resistance requires a multifaceted approach, integrating scientific innovation with public health policy. Engineering solutions include developing novel antibiotics with new mechanisms of action, designing antibiotic adjuvants that restore the efficacy of existing drugs, like beta-lactamase inhibitors, and exploring alternative therapies. Phage therapy, using bacterial viruses to selectively kill pathogens, and antimicrobial peptides, which disrupt bacterial membranes, offer promising avenues. On the policy front, global antibiotic stewardship programs are crucial to optimize prescribing practices, reduce agricultural use, and enhance surveillance. The ecological impact of antibiotic runoff into the environment also needs addressing, as it contributes to environmental reservoirs of resistance genes, affecting both human health and biodiversity. This complex challenge demands a holistic, interdisciplinary effort to preserve the effectiveness of these life-saving drugs for future generations. You've absorbed a wealth of advanced knowledge. Now, it's time for the first 5 challenging questions at the hardest level. These questions demand detailed explanations, critical analysis, and the ability to connect various biological concepts. Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers, demonstrating your mastery of antibiotic mechanisms, resistance, and their broader implications. Let's continue to push your boundaries with the next 5 questions at the hardest level. These questions will further test your understanding of engineering insights, ecological impacts, and the strategic solutions required to combat antibiotic resistance. Good luck as you apply your in-depth knowledge to these complex scenarios. Congratulations on completing this in-depth exploration of antibiotics. From their simple definition to their complex molecular mechanisms, the challenge of resistance, and future strategies, you've gained a comprehensive understanding. The world of biology is full of such wonders and critical challenges. To continue your learning journey and explore more fascinating topics, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting educational content. Keep questioning, keep learning, and keep growing. See you next time.